Hello, Michelle. How's it going today? How's everything?
It's good. It's good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to be on video today. Guys, this episode is also on YouTube. Occasionally, we put our episodes on YouTube so you can actually see our recording studios, and see us chatting with each other here and have another dimension for
Come
all
into
ears
our
English.
homes.
Yeah, into our homes. Exactly. I don't have my dog here today, but usually he sits here behind me. So, anyways, Michelle, what's going on with you? How are things?
Things are good. Things are good. Lindsay, do you believe that you ever get like a sign to do something or to not do something, maybe when you're making a decision? Do you believe in that?
I kind of do. I kind of believe in
Yeah.
signs. Yeah. I mean, I think that obviously I have to spend my time doing my thinking and doing my feeling intuiting, I guess is the word, right? Thinking into things, making my decision. But then if I see a sign, it could push me in the decision I've kind of already made. It could
Uh-huh.
finalize that. But I wouldn't sit here and think, oh, someone give me a sign,
Yeah, waiting.
you
Yeah.
know?
Well, wait, are you talking about like a sign, like a stop sign or like a yield
Oh,
sign?
good question. Not a stop sign, actually more like a well, it's hard to think of an example, but
Yeah.
they're everywhere, right? Maybe you run into someone that has to do with your decision, right? Or someone says something on TV that makes it clear, right?
Yeah.
But not a stop sign. No.
No, no. We don't mean guys. So when we're talking about signs, really in this episode, like, yeah, we know a stop sign, but now we're talking about this more like a metaphorical symbol of
Yeah.
like of
Yeah.
something to that sometimes
Yes.
people think is trying to guide them
Yeah, as a
in a
metaphor.
direction.
Exactly. It's a metaphor. So, are there any examples in your life of signs that you've seen lately, Michelle, or
A
anything?
sign. Oh man.
You knew that was coming, right?
I know. Any signs that I've seen lately? No. I can't think of an example, but certainly, sometimes there are signs that like maybe you shouldn't do something or
Yes.
like I don't know if
Mm.
it's
Hmm.
it makes me think of that. It's not the same thing, but it kind of makes me think of Ironic by Alanis Morissette.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, I love that movie. I love that song. I love it.
yeah, even though it's not that's not
Yes.
really about signs. It's like, oh, like rain, like one is like, rain, to quote the song, like rain on your wedding day.
Right. Yes.
It's like, oh, maybe is that like some people might take that as like a bad sign or like
Yeah, that's I used to actually use that song in my English classes in New
is that right?
York as I used to use Hotel California
Oh, nice.
and Ironic, and I would print out the lyrics and we would go through and talk about what it meant. And I really enjoyed because irony is something that is pretty challenging in another language, right?
Yep.
For our listeners. So that was always fun. Yeah. But yeah, those
Right.
are signs I would say. Or maybe, you were planning on going somewhere and you felt like maybe you shouldn't. And then all of a sudden there was a huge snowstorm. So it became dangerous. And that was a sign that you shouldn't have gone. Right.
Right,
This is a
right,
simple
right,
one.
right. Something with the weather. I feel like
Yeah.
that's like can be looked at as a sign pretty
Yes.
frequently.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but yeah, it's kind of like this magic. If you say it's a sign, it's kind of like a signal, magical, mysterious. So another example could be like, I want to decide where to go to college. So if I'm like, okay, this isn't a sentence, but like if I mean a specific example of the usage, but like let's say I'm trying to decide between two schools for college
Yes.
and I see somebody walk past me as I'm like in my hardest, like my agonizing decision, and then I see
Yeah.
somebody walk past with the sweatshirt of one of the schools, and I say,
Right.
"Oh, well, maybe that's a sign, right?"
Yeah, that would be a good example. Really straightforward. And yeah, and some people do let themselves be swayed by that. But again, I think you have to do the thinking on your own first, and then you can
Yeah.
maybe look for the signs or have that metaphysical aspect of things, right?
Right, right, right. And some people might say, "Oh, well, like that's a sign, like, and actually do it and be, believe in that kind of aspect of it." I feel like I myself would still just be like, "Oh, okay, there's a there's a sweatshirt. I don't know what to do, you know."
You wouldn't even
No,
let the signs help you, Michelle,
no, I don't think so. But
because you
yeah.
you have a hard time making decisions, right? You've shared with us
Yeah, so I don't think
that
there's anything
before.
that really can help me.
Nothing could help you. Oh no.
But saying it's a sign, that's an actual
Yes.
expression, right? To say
Hmm.
it's a sign.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
so
sure.
let's do a little role play and show how this might work.
I don't know if I should get a dog or not.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's tough.
Oh, look at that adorable little puppy. Wow. Its owners look so happy.
See, Lindsay, it's a sign.
You're right. I'll get a puppy. I don't need another puppy. Oh my gosh. Puppies are fun, but they're so much work.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I couldn't deal with a puppy now.
No, that's
but
hard.
They're so cute. I would love
Yeah,
them.
they're so cute. Oh my
I know.
gosh.
Oh, I know they are. So yeah, you're trying to make this decision, and then you say, then you see an adorable puppy and you see how happy it's making the owner. And I say, see, Lindsay, it's a sign.
Yes, I love it. I love it. See,
but what is the sign? What is that? What do I mean by that?
Is the fact that I saw the puppy, right? I was thinking, should I get a dog? Should I not? And maybe we walked past like a shelter or something, and I saw the puppy and I thought, oh, that's a sign that I should have my own puppy. I should have my own
right
dog.
And you see it, and you see that has an owner, and the owner looks really happy.
Yes.
So
yes,
you also see how happy it's making someone. And so I say it's a sign, like so is that a sign to get a dog or to not get a dog?
Well, it's probably a sign to get a dog if I want to be happy,
Right. Exactly. So what's another idiom with sign?
Yeah, there are a few of them, guys, that we're going to give you today. So the first one is a sign of the times. So this is so this is different, right? Completely different. So something that is significant to a specific period of time. So if I think about right now, Michelle, well, I guess we talk about the health crisis, masking, everyone wearing masks. Everyone now has photos, like even travel photos with masks,
Right.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And it's very much so you could say something like masking during the health crisis. So in the US, this is very much a sign of the times.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll be, out of nowhere, Dan will say to me, like, if like 2 years ago, you saw a picture of yourself in a mask, doing this and doing that, like, what would you think of
I know. Well, even when things got started in March of 2020, we were like, oh, we're not going to have to wear masks. We don't wear masks in the US, right? We thought that we really did. And even, our health department said no masks for the very beginning. It was really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a sign of the times. Or a lot of times people talk about like a kind of music or an artist. That's a sign of the times, right?
Sure. Oh my gosh, so much. I was telling you the other day that I watched Never Been Kissed, and there's so much in there. Or even This Is Us. I actually watched that last night a little bit. And there's so much in there that is so 90s. It's much aside the fashion, the furniture, everything. It's amazing.
It's true. That's very like time specific because they switch back and forth between specific time periods on that show. And so there's always like, I mean, I don't want to spoil. You saw the first episode, right?
Yeah. Of this season, you mean? Or
of the whole show?
I think I just jumped in the middle, but it's okay. I'm not going to go back and see.
No, I just don't want to spoil it for anyone else. But,
okay.
There's something in the first episode, like where there are certain things where then you realize when you are, and it's because certain things are a sign of the times.
Okay. Interesting. I love that. Yeah. That show does that very well. They don't have like that much. There's drama in that show, but it's not like manufactured drama. It's just real life drama, I guess. So it's kind of like real life stuff.
It's very intense, but it's good.
Yeah.
Let's do a role play. So here we go.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You go ahead.
Oh, that's me. Right. Wow. I never thought I'd be eating in an igloo.
Yeah, Michelle, it's definitely a sign of the times.
Okay. So what do I mean? Do you have any igloos for outdoor dining in Denver?
Until the health crisis, I would be like, igloos like in the far north. What are you talking about? No, that means like the indoor dining little huts. Yeah. I mean, yes, we did. Yeah. And they're not that warm. They're really not that warm.
There's one right near me that is actually pretty good. So like, guys, it's become popular with the outdoor dining too. For the winter, they put out they call them igloos. It's like these little huts. And so that's a sign of the times. Like I had never done that before.
For sure. It is. Absolutely. And then the next one, guys, is sign your name, right? Which is your signature. And I really like that people say, I need your John Hancock is another way that they say that. And just recently someone said that to me. I was signing something. I can't remember what. Why do we say I need your John Hancock as a bonus?
Well, we actually did a whole episode on this. I remember.
We did. I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, because it's about signing the Declaration of Independence, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So John Hancock was was he the first signer or one of the original signers? I'm not sure why he became the name, but anyway, if someone says I need your John Hancock, it means they need your signature. Okay, guys.
Exactly. So put John Hancock into the search bar and you will probably find an episode all about that. And I'm sure at the time we had researched that more.
Sure we had.
Yeah. So, okay. So here we go. Okay. So what do I need to do now?
Just sign your name and we are good to go.
Okay. Exactly. So that's not so much an idiom, but it's more of a chunk. It's an important chunk.
Yes, I love it. And then of course we do say, and our listeners maybe love to talk about this too, is your sign, your star sign, your astrology sign. Michelle, what's your sign? I don't think we've really talked about this on the show much.
I'm a Capricorn. What are you? Are you a Leo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Leos are known for not good personalities.
Really?
Yes. Ego-based personalities.
I didn't know that. You're the lion, right?
The lion. Yeah. The fire sign. Exactly. What is Capricorn? What is the,
I don't know. Is it, I don't know. I don't
pay much attention to.
No, I don't really know much about astrology at all. I it's one of those things where I've, skimmed information and then I just forget it. But it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I feel like Capricorns are considered to be loyal friends.
Oh,
I think that's one thing about Capricorns. Yeah. So I could see that in you for sure.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. So your sign. So let's just go back and forth a little role play. So what's your sign, Michelle?
Okay. Capricorn.
Oh, I can tell you so much about that.
Okay. Yeah. Cause some people are really into it and then they hear it and then they're like, oh, let me tell you about your sign. Right.
Oh, I know. I think you can't read into it too much,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's kind of that idea of when we hear the characteristics, we could say, oh yeah, I am that, but every other characteristic we are too. I am an Aquarius, right? Yeah. A Cancer. I'm all those.
Yeah. I think that's part of the trick to it is that, you can read your horoscope and then be like, oh, identify with this, but some of the stuff is so general that
any given day you could be like that or like this. It's crazy, but maybe we'll have an astrology expert on and
that would be cool.
That would be kind of cool. I bet our listeners would love that. How cool, right?
Yeah, I would like to hear more about it. I'm curious. I'm definitely curious about it. So Lindsay, just some quick discussion questions. Why do you think people care about astrology and signs? Sounds like we have similar opinions.
Yeah.
What is interesting about it?
I think it's the same as when you take a quiz, even our fluency quiz, listeners want to know what their level is, right? They want to know what bucket they fit into, right? We as human beings want to know where we belong, right? And if I meet another Leo, I want to have a moment of connection with them and say, oh yeah, oh, you have that personality.
Right.
It's we want to know who are our people, where do we belong? It's evolutionary, it's like I said the other day, it goes back to who we what it means to be human. What do you think, Michelle?
Yeah, I think that people like to learn about themselves. I think to be kind of self-aware and maybe things that uncover mysteries about themselves that they didn't know. Yeah. And I think it seems it's just kind of mysterious and cool and maybe people getting into which signs work well together or have good relationships or blah, blah, blah.
Totally. Yeah.
And I love learning about people. So you would think I would be more into this stuff, but I do find it interesting whenever I talk to someone who my sister-in-law is very interested in it. One of my very good friends is also very interested in it. So
Interesting.
I mean, it's cool when I probably, if you learn a lot about it, you can get more into it.
Yeah, I would think so. I'd say just keep, it's fun. It's fun for conversation at a party, and it may come up, and we could do an episode on that too, on how to, if the conversation comes up about your star sign, your astrology
Yeah,
sign,
that's a great idea.
how to participate in that. I think that's a great episode idea, but keep it in perspective. Yeah, at least I do. Everyone has their own opinion. Who knows?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. One more question. Then we'll
Okay.
head out.
I'm ready.
Okay, have you changed your signature over the years? Has your
Oh my
signature
gosh.
changed?
My signature is almost unrecognizable. I don't even know if it's a legitimate say. It's just a squiggle, like, because I remember.
Don't tell people that now.
I know everyone's going to be signing for me. Have I changed it? Not really. I remember seeing my dad, you know how they always say that doctors have like squiggles, right? So my dad is an optometrist, kind of a doctor, eye doctor, basically. I remember seeing his being like total squiggles and thinking, oh, okay, I'll just do that.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. I have fun with my signature, but I haven't really changed it in a while, but no.
Now I'm curious what your signature looks like, Michelle. That's kind of cool.
I'll send it to you later.
Okay. Will you do an autograph for me?
Yeah. Yes, I will send you my autograph.
Thank you.
Lindsay. But yeah, it's fun to play with. Like sometimes I just like write it, or like, I'll write like my son's name, or like what his signature might look one day, or like I'm gonna have a daughter and I'm trying to decide on my daughter's name and I can't, and so I'm always like, trying to write things out. So sometimes it's good if you visualize.
So exciting. Oh my gosh, you're in that stage. I won't ask, don't worry, because I know it's a sensitive topic. You're not supposed to. That would be a good episode too. Why you should not necessarily ask what people are going to name their kid or make any comments on it ever.
That is
pretty
a
much
great episode. I will definitely plan that for the next couple weeks. That is a good.
That would be fantastic.
Okay. Of like the cultural. Can you ask someone?
Yes, I love it. So good. Okay, we've gotten a lot of great ideas out of this episode. So let's wrap it up for today, guys. And if you enjoy astrology, then talk about it. Right? Talk about signs. Today we've given you some great vocabulary for it. So just go for it and go and check out our All Ears English app. We have an iOS version and an Android version. So go to allearsenglish.com/app. All right.
Absolutely. All right. This is fun, Lindsay. Have a good one.
Bye, Michelle.
Bye.